Lucas Cash with a complete game.
A phenomenal play by Chase Jackson at short.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Will Yao. Wow.
It's an elimination game at the Cho. The Sox and the Generals. It's game 2 of the South Division Finals. Landon Weaver and Brian Portney with you on Tom Sox TV. It's another great day for baseball, Brian.
Absolutely, and especially after last night. A huge 7-3 victory for the Tom Sox. After going 0-6 against the Generals in the regular season head-to-head, a lot of things were going right for them, whether it was the weak contact or the pitching strength. And the pitching strength will definitely work to their benefit again today. The Generals were recycling a lot of arms from the previous night, Game 3 against the Harrisonburg Turks. And so they were doing it again last night. And really, once again, that impact is going to be felt, as right now the Tom Sox are winning the arms race, but now it's about what the offense can do.
Yeah, as far as offense goes, let's go ahead and set the lineup for the Waynesboro Generals. Leading off for the Gens, it's Ben Geary playing second base. In the 2-hole, Nick April-Gath at short. Batting third, Jonah St. Antoine on left field. Cleanup, Jake Mueller, the DH. Connor O'Sullivan playing third base. He bats fifth. Nick Pereira catching and batting sixth. Bryce Abbott playing first base and batting seventh. The 8-hole, Neomar Caldera batting eighth and playing right field. And then Sam Guth rounding out the lineup playing in center field.
Yeah, a couple changes to the lineup today, including Sam Guth down at the 9 spot playing center field instead of Kealo Smith. Neomar Caldera batting .400 so far this year. Definitely a great addition to the lineup in a winner-go-home game.
Let's go ahead and look at the Sox defense while we're at it. Looks pretty similar to how they've been playing in the playoffs, Brian. It starts off with Lucas Ream playing left, Neely in center, and Lansness out in right. The middle infield from left to right, McCollum at third, McCory at short, Harrison Campy at second base, and Luke Craddock playing first. The battery of Clayton Arma and Ben Cardone will look to hold the Sox ahead, keep them level on defense, and keep the Gens off the scoreboard as much as they can.
Yeah, well, the thing about Clayton Arma is you'll see he gets a lot of run support, but sometimes he backs that up with not the best ERA this year so far. He's been one of the stalwarts in the rotation for the Tom Sox, doing a 7.34 ERA and 30 2/3 innings pitched. He's also the strikeouts leader, but he's a big 3-outcome pitcher. I mean, you see, he doesn't have the ball put in play a whole lot. In fact, he only does so 50% of the time. It's a coin flip whether the ball goes in play or whether he's getting a strikeout or a walk or hit by pitch. He's got 39 strikeouts and 32 walks. He's making his team-leading 10th start and 10th appearance this season with this game.
He started opening day in Waynesboro. It was a loss the Sox suffered to the Generals, but now he's got a chance to put his team on a path to the VBL championship. But as far as Waynesboro goes, they're going to look to get back into the series, suffering a 7-3 loss to the Tom Sox last night. Their first loss to Charlottesville all season.
Yeah, well, it goes back to the first time they lost to the Tom Sox since the first game of the VBL South playoffs last year. The Tom Sox en route to the VBL Championship Series, and now they're one win away from doing that.
Yeah, that game, an 8-5 victory for the Sox last year, which they had a lead for most of the game. And then all of a sudden, Waynesboro started to chip away in that 9th inning. It was a familiar theme from the last season, but they got it done and ended up going all the way to the championship series. And while we're talking about championship series, why don't we take you through the playoff bracket as it stands today? You can see Waynesboro and Charlottesville, a 1-0 lead for the Tom Sox. On the other side, who would the Tom Sox face if they were to win today? Winchester or Strasburg. Winchester, a run rule victory over the Express at home last night. They play at 6 p.m. today in Strasburg to try and finish the job there.
Well, you're going to have to expect a lot of runs in that series, especially as that series gets brought to Strasburg. Definitely shorter dimensions in that ballpark, a whole lot of offense. The last time the Tom Sox were there, not only talking about last season, but talking about that 11-9 victory in the lone time they play off against their VBL North Division opponents. But it's going to be a good game, and right now the aim is to get 27 outs with Clayton Arma. You know he can get a whole lot of strikeouts. He's got a whole lot of swing and miss stuff, and it's really all coming back to that breaking ball. If he's able to work that breaking ball today, makes some guys spin and miss, it's going to pay dividends. I think the ideal is 4, 5, maybe even 6 innings from Arma, and then you got a bullpen that is almost entirely hot today.
And that's what we've seen throughout the postseason. Sox starters have been going north of 5 innings. You think about Lucas Cash and Evan Allwine, even Gary Gibson II, who normally his starting appearances don't go for that long. He went 4 complete yesterday and set the Sox up for another victory. If Clayton Arma can go 6 innings, you're exactly right. That bullpen is going to be feasting on this Generals lineup. Let's go ahead and give you the bio for Clayton Arma. He's a sophomore, played at Auburn this past season, heralds from Great Falls, Virginia, and again, this is his 10th appearance and 10th start for the Tom Sox. A 7.34 ERA, 39 strikeouts, but 32 walks.
Yeah, and his longest appearance of the year was back on July 11th in the 21-0 win over Stanton. You talk about run support. That was a 21-0 7-inning victory for the Tom Sox. We'll see how much length the Tom Sox can get out of him today.
Yeah, they would enjoy another 21-0 victory to seal the deal one day. I don't think that's going to happen. This team, the Waynesboro Generals, they're battle tested. They had the best record in all of the VBL this past season. This past regular season, 25-11. They were first in the South Division, but they're down a game to the Tom Sox. You can see on your screen Clayton Arma and Ben Cardone warming up with each other. Cardone has been phenomenal behind the plate.
Oh, absolutely, and it really comes back to his pop time. He's been throwing out guys left and right. Talk about he has 12 runners caught stealing this year in 38 attempts and 8 pass balls, but really, you talk about the pop time, it's been fantastic.
Ben Geary stepping in, a 6'2 sophomore out of South Suburban Community College, trying to give his Gens a spark. Boy, do they need it. They got a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first yesterday. After that, it was all Tom Sox and a 7-3 victory at Kate Collins Field. Matthew Pierman communicating with Robert Roop, who's over at first base. Anthony Anderson over on third. Matthew Pierman, of course, behind home plate. Looked like there was already a ball that had come from the Sox bullpen. First pitch to Geary. Swing and a miss, and we're underway at 5:07 p.m. Temperature is 87 degrees. An elimination game at Cho Airport Field.
Nice job by Arma, back-to-back, making him miss right down the chute. Attack in the middle of third early. We'll see if he goes breaking ball down here.
Geary's 14 strikeouts this season. The 0-2 pitch off the mark, 1-2.
Little fastball down there, but maybe he works up this time.
Popped up, infield depth. Coming over to it is Campy, and he makes the catch at second base. An easy out for Clayton Arma.
Well, Geary just gets under that one, and that really could have been trouble. He hung the breaking ball right in the middle of the zone and could have taken more advantage of it had he pulled it, reacted a bit faster, but now here comes Nick April-Gath.
A VBL All-Star, one of the Generals' best players this season. This is his 35th appearance and 35th start, batting .338, Brian, and he was pretty good at Florida Southwestern State as well. He digs in and a 1-0 count to Arma. First 2 pitches miss inside. It's 2-0 in favor of April-Gath.
Well, yeah, April-Gath in 50 games at Florida Southwestern State, batted .378, 70 hits and 60 runs, and a 1,091 OPS.
Arma not able to locate the strike zone so far in this at-bat. April-Gath, a big hitter's count that, those numbers you mentioned, he would be the one to take advantage of it. 70 hits, I mean, that's unimaginable even at any level in collegiate baseball. 3-0 finally clips that outer edge. It's 3-1.
It was definitely a great season for him during the spring, and even better during the summer. He's really able to fly at Waynesboro with a .338 average and 13 RBIs.
The 3-1 pitch popped up foul behind us. And one thing that sticks out about his numbers is that he hasn't hit a home run. He's only got 8 extra base hits and 45 base knocks. So he's really just a singles hitter. But he does it at such a great job that he brings home a lot of runs, and he gets on base, and he's a reliable bat. Here's the full count pitch. Hits it high in the air, out to center field. Neely's out there, and Neely makes the catch.
The big thing about Nick April Gath is, you know, he doesn't have the most powerful bat, but he will beat you with his legs. If you let him on base, which he did so over 46% of the time this summer, I mean, he's going to make you pay. 20 stolen bases on the year, so good job getting the first 2 outs, keeping the top 2 most lethal duo off the base paths for the Sox.
Now for the Generals, a relatively new name on their roster, Jonah St. Antoine, but he has come on the scene and instantly made an impact in just 10 games played.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that sticks out to me is how much he puts the ball in play. He's got such a great contact rate. Just about 79% of the time he puts the ball in play, and when he does, a .432 average.
Out of Florida Gulf Coast, the 1-0-1 pitch misses 1-1. He's out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and a junior for FGCU. Arma's 1-1 to St. Antoine. His line right to Campy. An easy throw over to first, and that's a clean inning for the Sox defense. No score as we head into the bottom of the first at Cho Airport Field.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at tomsox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball, and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter.
Home half of the first, and our first look at the Charlottesville Tom Sox offensive lineup. There it is. You see it pretty familiar as of this stage in the playoffs. We'll go through it. Xavier McCory leads us off. Grayson McCollum batting second. Tommy Lanson is playing right field, batting third. The cleanup is Aiden Harris. He's playing DH. Batting fifth is second baseman Harrison Campy. Sixth, out of left field, Lucas Ream. Luke Craddock batting seventh. Cardone catching and batting eighth. And Bryce Neely, who had a hard hit ball last night that just missed the foul pole, batting ninth, playing center field. And obviously Clayton Arma, the starting pitcher for the Sox. Now let's switch our attention to the Generals' defensive lineup. St. Antoine, Sam Guth, and Neomar Caldera are your outfield. For the infield, left to right, it's O'Sullivan, Nicholas April Gath at short, Ben Geary at second, and Bryce Abbott over on first. The battery, Sean Costello, is pitching, and Nick Pereira is catching. Xavier McCory getting ready to face off against Sean Costello, the General starting pitcher. This is his 9th appearance and 9th start, a .446 ERA. He's one of the General's aces this season. McCory, as of late, struggling a little bit at the plate. First pitch, he swings and hits it out into center field. Easy catch made by Sam Guth. We like to see that bat to ball by McCory.
Yeah, you always like to see that, but taking more a look at Sean Costello this year, he's making his 9th start, a .446 ERA, and a 38 1/3 innings pitched. 42 hits, but 28 strikeouts, 13 walks.
Now one of the most reliable bats in this Tom Sox order. He went 3 for 5 last night. Grayson McCollum actually had a triple as well. He said after the game, he doesn't remember the last time he got a triple. He's not a triple hitter, but when the team needed him most, he got it.
Usually used to the hot corner when he's fielding.
Exactly. Plays third base. He's been there for most of the season, now making his 37th appearance on the year and 36th start. Batting .306. The 2-0 pitch, he swings. It's a liner out to center field. Guth is there again. Had to cover a little more ground this time, but nonetheless made the grab. 2 quick outs for Sean Costello and company, and now it's Tommy Lansness, one of the VBL's best hitters, one of the Tom Sox best hitters. Gained the accolade of VBL South Hitter of the Week in the middle portion of the season. Not many Tom Sox players in history can say they've earned that title. First pitch, he flares out to left, finding that fat ground, and it drops for a base hit. Lansness rounds first, heads to second, and he'll be there safely, standing up for the game's first hit and the game's first double.
I really like this approach from the Tom Sox, really. They are not taking pitches in as they normally would. They understand the importance of the moment. And it's not exactly like Tommy Lansness threw the bat out. He just kind of didn't get a full swing, but at that point he was able to level the barrel, and it was a real nice part. He knew where the positioning was from left field.
And if you want a guy to bring you home, Aiden Harris can be that man. He has the power to send one over that center field wall. Right now he just needs a base hit to try and give the Sox the first run of the contest. First pitch is low and into the dirt from Costello.
Yeah, well, for Aiden Harris this year, he has 15 RBIs. It's going to be his 20th game played and 20th start.
He's been in and out of the lineup, but when he comes in, he's mostly impactful, batting just under 300 at 292.
And again, he's one of the better guys who can put the ball in play, and when he does, he's batting .415.
2-0 pitch from Costello. Harris takes a strike down the middle. This season, Harris with runners in scoring position, batting a solid 208. So he's somewhat reliable, especially with Lansness over on second base after his double. Breaking ball, he fouls off. Didn't cut inside enough for him to make good contact on, but when Costello hung that breaking ball, I'm sure Harris's eyes lit up.
Yeah, I think Harris was dead set on swinging at that ball, probably even before he released that pitch. He saw it and his eyes just widened, but now he's got 2 strikes.
Still a 2-2 count with 2 outs and a runner on second for the Sox. The pitch, Harris flares it foul. And it's not often, the Sox haven't scored in the first inning as much as you would think. They've done that more in the second half of the season, and especially in the playoffs, but they have a pretty good track record when they do. And if you're a Sox fan, you'd love to see them get out on the front foot early. This is the kind of adversity, though, that Waynesboro needs to get through. Costello a strike away from retiring the Sox. The pitch right down the middle, and Pierman calls it strike 3. A big pitch from Costello in a big moment early, and that's the first inning scoreless, 0-0.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball, and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. Subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your 4-time Valley Baseball League champion, Charlottesville Tom Sox. Highlight videos, game recaps, full games, in-depth interviews, and so much more on the official digital home of the Charlottesville Tom Sox.
Four, 5, and 6 are due up for the Generals after both teams put up a donut in the first frame. It's 0-0 in the top of the second. Landon Weaver and Brian Portney with you on Tom Sox TV. So glad to have you all join us for this Game 2 of the South Finals. The Sox win, they go to the VBL Championship again. It's almost like they're a shoo-in every year. You always think they have that chance, even when they're 0-7 to begin a season.
And how many consecutive times would that be?
I think it would be five consecutive times if memory serves. Arma delivers a first pitch strike up and in to Jake Mueller, today's DH.
Yep, that will be the 5th straight time, dating back to 2022, when Ramon Garza led the squad.
Here's the 0-1 to Mueller. Breaking ball misses upstairs. And you look at the order of events, Sox are alternating championship and runner-up. And they were runner-up last year, but they got to win today if they want to get back to that spot. Nothing is given in the Valley League. You have to earn it. 2-1 count for Jake Mueller.
It seems pretty simple, but what they need to get is just focus on 24 outs.
Arma had good control on that first pitch. He's lost it, missing upstairs the last few pitches, and now it's a 3-1 count for Jake Mueller, one of the Generals' biggest hitters this season. 2 home runs and a .425 average in 25 games. The 3-1 cut on and missed by Mueller.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing that could be a concern for him today is he might be just taking it one base at a time. He was dealing with some foot problems. We'll see if it haunts him.
Full count pitch. Mueller really reached for that one and missed all of it. A swinging strikeout for Arma's first of the contest. So both pitchers already at 1 strikeout between Arma and Sean Costello. And through the first 7 outs of the game, you could say it's a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, but I mean, you've seen quality contact from both sides, no doubt.
There's contact, but it's foul from 5-hole batter Connor O'Sullivan, playing third base for the Generals today, a senior out of Rollins College and Sarasota, Florida. Played 41 games for Rollins College this past season.
Yeah, and he was one of 2 Generals yesterday with a double. I believe it was him and April Gath.
The game was interesting yesterday, Brian, because even though the Sox had a lead for the most part of it, you never felt like they were quite out of the water because of the record that they had against the Generals in the regular season. What do you think was the difference yesterday?
Well, I mean, the thing is, and we've been saying it all along, no lead has been safe in this head-to-head series. We saw the 12-1 game where the Generals came all the way back 15-13. I think the Sox just wanted it more yesterday.
A swinging strike for full count.
It also helps that the Generals were a bit short-staffed on the pitching side, and that kind of continues. They were reusing arms from the day before.
Full count pitch coming up from Arma. Fastball, he misses down low, and it's a full count walk. Connor O'Sullivan serves as the Generals' first base runner today.
And it's exactly what we're talking about with the whole coin flip, 3-outcome pitcher back in motion. The first 3 at-bats were all put in play. Now this time, a strikeout, a walk.
Back to talking about Waynesboro's staff. They had a long, grueling series with the Harrisonburg Turks in which they dropped game 1, but won the final 2 to take the series as Arma delivers a first pitch strike to Nick Pereira. And in that last game, you guys were there. You saw it, a 4-3 victory in extra innings, and there were a lot of pitchers used and a lot of batters that went through a lot of ABs.
It ended up being Connor O'Sullivan, who ended up scoring on a pass ball to walk it off in the bottom of the 10th. You see him on first base right now after the check back.
Yeah, so you think about the difference between the two teams. The Sox were really comfortable first-round series against the Stanton Braves, and Waynesboro had to thug out a 3-game series win. As the ball gets away, and Connor O'Sullivan is down on the ground. Seems to be in a bit of pain. I think it was a missed tag by Luke Craddock, and O'Sullivan was sliding back into first, and you see the trainer over there. Not entirely sure what may have happened. Maybe it was when he was trying to slide back in. But we'll step aside for a quick second. On the Tom Sox Broadcast Network, we'll have an update on O'Sullivan after that.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at tomsox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter.
O'Sullivan is up. Looks to be okay after something occurred over on first base when Arma threw back over to Craddock, and Arma was asked if he wanted some warm-up pitches. He declined, and we're ready to get back to baseball, and we're glad. Third baseman for the Generals, Connor O'Sullivan, is all right.
And he's an athlete. I mean,
all these guys are, yeah. The 0-1 pitch from Arma breaks upstairs, and it's 1-1.
I mean that, and I mean he really has. He's really a great five-tool player. I mean, he's great at fielding, he's great at running, and he's really great at hitting as well. So he's been fantastic for the Generals all season. 10 stolen bases as well.
It's probably why Arma is so worried about him and keeps on throwing over to him. A stolen base takes out that double play threat that the Sox are currently in. You can see McCrory shaded over towards third base and can't be playing in at second. Arma delivers, breaking ball misses upstairs, 2-1. I think we're now level on pitches thrown and throwovers in this at-bat.
I think you're right. Yeah, but I think the Generals were able to do this yesterday, get in the heads of the Tom Sox pitchers, and that kind of mind games is really what determines outcomes at times, because you get in the pitcher's head, it's a mind game. They lose the mind game at the plate, which is what really matters. Connor O'Sullivan's already up to second base.
O'Sullivan again taking a lead. Pitch is thrown and it nails Nick Pereira on the back, and that is a hit by pitch.
Just missed that one arm side. I think he has to find a way to get back into this. Maybe a little bit of a meeting between him and Cardone, or him and Will Pearson, but Pearson's sitting on the bucket at the dugout, so that's not going to happen.
It was a pretty comfortable at bat up until that point, too. I mean, you had a few throwers that hit the mark, and the pitches, the breaking balls were just missing upstairs. The fastballs were hitting. That was uncharacteristic from Clayton Arma, but as you said, these guys are athletes, and when you're an athlete, you got to be a goldfish and forget about it. Check swing that went around from Bryce Abbott, Waynesboro's next batter, a sophomore out of Longwood University up in Farmville. He's from Christiansburg, Virginia, and today he's playing first base for the Generals. This is his 40th game played for the Gens this season.
It's the only time to start all 7 games against the Tom Sox this season.
Arma misses on that one, 1-1, so he's nonetheless been a thorn in the side for the Sox this season, and really for a lot of teams in the VBL. 4 home runs and 29 hits. That
.472 on base clip in 36 plate appearances really sticks out.
Here's a hard hit ball by Abbott. Out to left field, it's high and not that far as Ream ranges towards it and makes the catch. O'Sullivan holds at second, and that's 2 gone in the top of the second.
And a good job right there to just induce some contact, able to trust the defense behind you, and a little bit of a sigh of relief after 2 almost unforced errors by Arma. And now he has near the bottom of the order in Caldera, who hasn't played a whole lot this season.
We've seen it more when Arma is just throwing strikes and throwing fastballs down the middle. He's inducing that weak contact as Caldera fouls off the first pitch. He tried to go away from that in the at-bats with O'Sullivan and Pereira, and he walked and hit the pitcher or hit the batter. But then that last at-bat, Bryce Abbott saw a pitch he liked, but Arma just a little faster than him, and it induced that weak contact. it's got to be hard for a pitcher to kind of come to grips with just throwing for some weak contact, because you never know where that contact is going to go.
Just got to be able to trust the defense behind you, but there are so many gaps, there are so many lips in the field, you have really no idea how that's going to go. You want to control what's at the plate, but guys like Lucas Cash and Evan Allwine are really good at trusting the defense behind them.
Arma misses outside on back-to-back pitches. It's 2-1.
And, of course, we talked about Cash having those 8 innings in Game 1 of the playoffs against Stanton. I mean, Cash and Allwine have been the 1A and 1B of the Sox rotation all season.
Arma's 2-1 offering, fouled back again by Caldera. And you're right, when those guys are on the bump, more often than not, they're going to get you through a large portion of the contest, and then just bring in one of your better relievers, better closers, and you can go 1-2. You know, early on in the season, there were 5-6 pitchers being used by the Sox staff. Now it seems pretty normal when there's just 3. There's a swing and a miss by Caldera. Strikeout number 2 for Clayton Arma, and that's the end of the top of the second. General still scoreless as we go back to the Sox bats right after this.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball, and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. Subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your 4-time Valley Baseball League champion, Charlottesville Tom Sox. Highlight videos, game recaps, full games, in-depth interviews, and so much more on the official digital home of the Charlottesville Tom Sox.
Harrison Campy gets things started in the bottom of the second yesterday, Brian. 1 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout, so not his best, but he's been consistent getting hits when it matters most.
Oh, absolutely, and really you'll talk about those situationals right now. It's a leadoff situation, so he's 4 for 8 as a leadoff hitter this year. And we'll see what he's able to do. After 2 pretty quiet exchanges of frames in the first inning, now it's here in the bottom of the second. It's going to be Campy, Ream, and Craddock.
And this is Campy's just 13th appearance on the season, as looks like Ben Geary has gone over to third base. And O'Sullivan over on second base. So they swap places. Didn't think there was really anything that happened at second base. There wasn't in that inning, but quick change by the Waynesboro pitching or coaching staff as Campy fouls off the first pitch, 0-1.
And now playing second base, Connor O'Sullivan.
Why would they make that change so early, Brian?
I think it's just a strategic thing. Once they put more balls in play, they want to be able to trust the defense behind them.
It's another good pitch from Costello right there, but yeah, maybe it's something that we don't know Waynesboro well enough to really say. These guys are typically in third base positions or second base positions, but you got to trust your coaching staff and trust that they're making the best decisions to put your team in the best chance to win, and this is an elimination game.
It's also an all-star coaching staff, as Mike Galino, Jake Causey, Hunter Conbeck, and company represented the Valley League at the Valley League Cal Ripken Senior All-Star Game in Bethesda.
That pitch runs way inside from Costello. Campy did not get hit, so it's a full count coming up from the righty. Here it is, working fast, and that one does hit him. Would have been ball four anyways, but Campy takes a chunk of the ball with him.
Yeah, no hit by pitch by either the Tom Sox or the Stanton Braves in Game 1 of the VBL South semifinals, and now back-to-back games with hit by pitches now on both sides.
Back-to-back frames as well.
Exactly.
Now it's Lucas Ream. He's been a mainstay out in left field all season for the Sox. Plays his collegiate ball at Shippensburg University, and he flares the first ball foul and out of play on the right side, 0-1.
Again, I really like this first pitch approach, trying to get in the head of the pitcher and Costello.
Yeah, Costello, a redshirt junior out of Pace University, delivers a nice strike right there down the middle. It's 0-2.
Yeah, one of the few players from New York. There's really guys all across the country. It's mainly in Virginia and Florida and some in New York and New Jersey. New Jersey we saw with Harrison Campy and Anthony Mancini earlier in the season.
Ream takes the 0-2 pitch down low, not a chance at a strike. It's 1-2. And now Ream's got a runner on first and Harrison Campy. He'll look to either put another runner on in himself or maybe even bring Campy home with a home run. Costello comes home with the 1-2, and again, Ream, good patience at the plate. Understands that one's inside and takes it for 2-2.
I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't swing at something at your shoes either, right?
Probably not. No. If I was greedy, maybe.
Maybe.
That's why I'm not out there. That's why I'm in here talking about it. Campy goes, and Ream fouls it off. So Campy will walk back over to first base. It's a good jump. I think where the pitch was located, if Ream lets that one go by, Campy probably takes second.
I like it. There's a runner at first, nobody out. You're at the bottom of the order. You're not worrying about taking the bat out of the hands of Lucas Ream, and with 2 strikes, if there's something on the ground, that's a hit and run.
Costello's 2-2 again. Campy goes, swing and a miss. The throw down to second is in time as well. A rare strikeout, caught stealing double play, and the Gens put 2 outs on the board. You don't see that every day.
I think they're just trying to be a bit too aggressive on the base paths, trying to utilize that hit and run. The hit and run has worked for the Tom Sox at times this year, even in the playoffs so far, but in that time, real nice pop from the catcher in Pereira.
It's Costello's second strikeout, first looking of the contest, and now he goes up against another big bat in Luke Craddock.
As Pereira's 4th runner caught stealing this year in 17 attempts.
Breaking ball right down the middle from Costello. He's getting a lot of confidence now.
Absolutely, especially after getting that strikeout and what the catcher did. He's got all the momentum.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. Costello, a rare and unorthodox 1-2-3, and it's still scoreless at Joe Airport Field after 2. We'll be back for the 3rd right after this.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball, and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter.
Welcome back to the South Finals. It's Game 2 between the Tom Sox and the Waynesboro Generals. The Sox ahead a 1-0, and In the postseason, Brian, the Charlottesville Tom Sox lead the all-time series between these two teams 8-3 in postseason play, so a pretty good record. One of those losses obviously coming last season. The Sox defeated the Generals 8-5 in round 1 en route to their VBL runner-up title.
Yeah, I mean, each time the Tom Sox have been the higher seed, except for this one, and it hasn't mattered. I mean, the Tom Sox really evening the field. It's been great to see for Tom Sox fans. Tom Sox also lead the all-time series 45-34.
That series has gotten much closer this season. The Generals are 6-1 against the Tom Sox. The first loss coming last night, a 7-3 victory for Charlottesville, and that is how we are here with the Sox ahead 1-0 in the series, a game away from booking their ticket to the VBL championship. Arma's first pitch to 9-hole batter Sam Guth is upstairs 1-0.
Yeah, just misses up high to start things off, and you got to set the tone at the bottom of the order.
Guth takes 2-0 inside.
Definitely getting the velocity on a couple of these, but again, it's easier said than done. Just got to find a way to locate.
2-0 pitch from Arma. Just can't locate. We've seen this a little bit. Tight zone there from Pierman. That one, I feel like we've seen that called a strike so far today, but that's just a part of baseball. You got to work through that strike zone. That pitch finds it easily right down the middle, 3-1. So Arma forgetting the last pitch and delivering a strike of his own against Sam Guth. That pitch runs inside, a 5-pitch walk to Sam Guth. It's the third general base runner today, the second with a walk.
Sam Guth has one of the larger frames at 6'3", 200, but I mean, it hasn't really affected him all that much this year with now 26 walks.
Now it's the top of the order for the Generals, and Ben Geary, his 26th game for the Generals this season, batting .340 as Arma throws over to first, not in time. Guth a head first slide back in. Geary has not grounded into a double play all season. Liner right down the middle, in between the gap of short and third, and that is the first hit for the Generals. With no outs, they have 2 runners on, and Nick April-Gath up to bat.
Yeah, and Geary has been the most dangerous player against the Tom Sox all season, sporting a .438 average coming into this one. He's now 8 for 18.
Dangerous. He's dangerous at the plate. Dangerous on the base paths as well. 16 for 18 in stolen bags. Bunt shown, and the pitch way upstairs almost takes April-Gath's head off. It's 1-0.
Yeah, I'd say bunting just as well is easier said than done, because I mean, you got 90-mile-an-hour cheddar coming right at your face, and you can't just put the bat up, as we see a quick meeting between Ben Cardone and Clayton Arma.
This is easily the most adversity that this pitching staff has felt early on in the contest. There were 2 runners on last inning, but there was already an out, and the threat wasn't really there after Abbott flew out to left and Neomar Caldera struck out. This time, a walk and a single to start the third, and now one of the best bats on this Generals lineup and an all-star. He shows bunt, lays it down, and it's foul.
Eric Davis moving out to the bullpen now from the dugout, as is Nolan Bethel.
Sox just planning ahead. Obviously, you hope to see Arma go longer than he is right now. One swing could get you close to being out of this trap that you're set in right now with 2 runners on and no outs. Again, Gath showing bunt, pulls away, lines it right between the gap of short and third. Here comes Sam Guth home in. The Generals have the lead early. 1-0 in Game 2 of the South Finals. Still no outs in the top of the third, and again, 2 runners on for the Generals. Nick April-Gath, an RBI single.
April-Gath, a real nice job of pinching the corners, establishing that difference of a gap, and then the ball just dies out in shallow left on the ground. And by the time Ream's able to get it, that throw gets cut off by McCollum. And here comes a mound visit from pitching coach Will Pearson.
We already saw Cardone go and talk to Arma. Now Pearson giving more direct orders to his pitcher. If you were Pearson walking up there, Brian, what are you saying?
I mean, it's early in the game right now. You just want to calm your guys down. You know what they're throwing at you, but this Waynesboro offense has to be the most deceptive of all the Valley League, and that's why they are so impactful. Once they get a guy on the base paths, they're really able to get into your head. They swing on a lot of pitches, and once they do that, they're able to play mind games out at first. And that confuses the pitcher. That disorients them because they can't attack at the plate. And once they attack at the plate, I mean, you got pitches missing left and right, and everything kind of unravels.
It's certainly unraveling here. 3 batters, no outs, and already a run scored for Waynesboro. They lead by 1 early on in this Game 2 of the South Finals. Throw back to second. Out of precaution, McCory gloves it. Arma's got to get some control right now. There's a big gap between McCory and McCollum where the last 2 singles have been put, but obviously a lefty up to bat now. You would expect it to go to the right side if it's put in play. Not a chance to hit it there as Arma delivers an outside and away pitch for a 1-0 count.
Well, Arma leads the Sox in balks this year. He's the only one with multiple. He's got 3 balks.
Ben Geary over on second. As you can see, Arma worried about him behind the plate, or behind him. 16 stolen bags on the season. He's only been caught stealing twice. Over on first, Nick April Gath, who hit an RBI single to give the Generals the early lead. A lot of attention on Geary. Here's a throwback again. The tag applied, but not in time. Anthony Anderson over on third base saying that he is safe.
You just cannot spend that much time on a guy at second. You have to throw to the plate. There's been only 1 throw to home, and it's a 1-0 count.
Here's the second one, and St. Antoine lines it in between the opposite gap between second and first. Coming home is Geary. He slides head first, and it's a 2-0 lead early for the Generals in Game 2.
Another great job right there. They're watching how much the base running offense is making the pitchers and everybody else a bit more uneasy because the Tom Sox really haven't had to worry about what's going on the base paths as much, but when they do, I mean, it's going to disorient pretty much anybody.
It feels like Groundhog's Day at the moment because the last 3 at-bats, there have been runners on first and second. And again, the same thing continues as Mueller hits a hard hit ball into center field. Neely coming towards it. He dives and can't make the grab. Coming home is Nick April Gath, and the Generals put up a 3 spot in the 3rd inning. Jake Mueller this time with the RBI. And it is disaster for the Sox at home. You got to think, when is the inevitable coming for Arma on the mound?
I think they're already throwing hard. I think it's Nolan Bethel working out there, but now we're going to see Randy Tomlin come out.
The Sox making a call to the bullpen. We'll have the new name and numbers for the new pitcher right after this. Generals ahead, 3-0 early.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your 4-time Valley Baseball League champion, Charlottesville Tom Sox. Highlight videos, game recaps, full games, in-depth interviews, and so much more on the official digital home of the...
It's a call to the bullpen for the Tom Sox, and the new man on the mound is Nolan Bethel. Portney, he's coming in a big spot. No outs, 2 runners on in first and second, and the Generals already putting up 3 runs in the inning.
Yeah, Nolan Bethel coming in with a 4.50 ERA, 2.59 opponent batting average. He's just got to find a way to keep guys off the base paths. And he allows just over 1.5 base runners per inning pitched. So really what you're seeing is what you're getting from him. If he's able to limit the damage on the base paths, so that is very important.
I think we got to talk about Clayton Arma, who has come out after just 2 innings of pitching. And the first and second innings, they were pretty tame. Nothing really happened, a walk and a hit by a pitch. Why did everything unravel in the third?
I think it's just what we were talking about yesterday, actually. The Generals just had to find an opportunity to break out, but they were going to break out at some point. And you knew it was coming because of how their strategy was. But now the Tom Sox have to attack at the plate. They cannot worry about what's going on the base paths.
4 straight singles for the Generals, 3 of them RBIs. O'Sullivan shows bunt, pulls away, and it's 1-0. Neely almost made that catch out in center field that would have held up the runner in Nick April Gath, but his diving attempt to no avail, and April Gath was able to come over from second and score.
You got to let that bounce in front of you.
Bethel's 1-0 again. O'Sullivan shows bunt. The ball gets by Cardone, and the runners both move up 90 feet, both in scoring position, and the Sox cannot catch a break. That showing bunt from the Generals, it's really throwing these pitchers off.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because, well, the Tom Sox have been doing that so far this season with Xavier McCory and Will Yao, the leadoff hitters, just in order to pinch the corners and able to slash back. But now here comes an infield shift for the Tom Sox.
2-0 count, runners on third and second. Hard hit ball to center field. Neely tracking back, he gets there, and the runner tags at St. Antoine. There's not going to be a throw, and Antoine scores. 4-0 for the Generals. All runs coming in this third inning, but finally the Sox get an out, so one step closer to getting out of this disaster of an inning.
And that's something you'd want if you're Bethel, but once again, you got a runner at second, and it's this Generals team that is really good at disorienting them in every single aspect.
So after the wild pitch from Nolan Bethel, the Generals able to take advantage of the sac fly from Connor O'Sullivan. Here's a tapper. McCollum gloves it over on third. Toss across the diamond is there for out number 2. Jake Mueller moves up 90 feet to third base, but now you've got 2 outs and a lot less pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. They're attacking on the first pitch, but moves the runner 90 feet away, and it's really been quite the show for the Generals today. Really in this 4th inning, all the momentum coming back from, that strikeout double play, and then the 3-pitch strikeout.
2 outs and a runner on third, and Jake Mueller. Nice breaking ball by Bethel for an 0-1 count. Bryce Abbott up to bat now. If you're Bethel, are you trying to induce weak contact here?
I think so.
Breaking ball from Bethel again, and it catches that outside edge. 0-2. So after a wild pitch and giving up a sac fly RBI to start, Bethel coming into his own in this at-bat. Created a 5-3 ground out from Nick Pereira. And now Bryce Abbott down 0-2. Here's a tapper, just foul. Weak down that third base side. It's still 0-2.
Definitely great, smart base running play from the Generals all time today. They only have 7 sack hits on the year, but it's really about what they show instead of what actually shows up on the stat sheet.
The 0-2 breaking ball, called strike 3 from Pierman. Nolan Bethel gets the Sox out of an inning that They wish to forget. The Generals hang 4 on the Sox. They lead by 4 as we head into the bottom of the third.
After 2.5 innings.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. Subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your 4-time Valley Baseball.
That inning from the Waynesboro Generals, exactly what they would like in a Game 2 scenario in which they are down 1-0. They've already put up more runs than they did yesterday, and they did it in just 1 inning. They lead 4-0, and now it's time for the Sox to try and answer.
Well, now it's just about if the arms can back that up. It's been a long time away from the mound for Sean Costello, but he's already got 3 strikeouts on the day, and for the most part, he's working, only 1 hit allowed, so all he's got to do is just keep doing what he's been doing, and he's really able to do that against the 8-9-1 of the order.
The Sox are no stranger to being behind this season and winning. They have 7 come from behind wins, obviously none of which against the Waynesboro Generals. They were 0-6 against them in the regular season. First pitch to Cardone, he takes for strike 1. But they've had some hefty leads that they've had to overcome. I mean, looking at this list, Stanton, they were down 6-0. They were down 5-0 to Covington. Down 11-9 in the 9th to Stanton as Cardone flares it foul on the right side, 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And we've seen how this team has been all season, really winning those grind-out games at Covington, against Covington at home, against Stanton, really, in a lot of their games. So we've seen the season's most defining moments in the come-from-behind victories.
They even came from behind in Game 2 of the South semifinals to beat the Stanton Braves. This one obviously would be their biggest comeback win if they were to get it, but they have to start somewhere. Cardone taps one over to O'Sullivan at second base. He calmly throws it over to first, and that's 1 batter up, 1 batter down. Ben Cardone, a 4-3 ground out.
That's one way to start things. Cardone's not exactly had the biggest bat, but you got to think at one point something's got to give.
This is a guy with a big bat. Bryce Neely nearly hit a home run yesterday. It may have wrapped around the pole, may have not. Looked like it was more than likely foul, and that's what it was called on the field. But same as that swing right there, he just kind of pulls it. He kind of pulls everything that he hits, and he loves that left side.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of great pull contact. You can see that during his batting practices. He did have 1 home run to dead center this year against Waynesboro when his family was up there at the Hill.
Swing and a miss on that pitch, 0-2. That is his problem this season, is strikeouts, though. He does have a high number of strikeouts.
The thing is, he's been a couple of ticks behind a fastball, but once he gets contact, he can really drive it.
He gets contact there, but it's foul. He's trying to hit that one, those pitches coming right down the middle at him. You like to see that aggression, though. You don't want to give anything to chance. Take initiative, and that's what the Sox have been doing so far in this game. They just haven't been able to put the balls in play. Tommy Lansness, the only hit for the Sox so far, a double that came back in the bottom of the first. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Neely. The ball misses the glove of Pereira behind the plate. It was a ball anyways.
Well, it's easy to see. Now they know how to attack him, just pound the zone. Go fastball, fastball, fastball. We'll see if he goes away from that. He pitched glove side the last time, but now he's still got 2 strikes after the waste pitch.
The 1-2. Neely skies it. Center field. Guth is there, settling under it. and making the catch. That ball hung up in the air for a long time, but it didn't phase Sam Guth in center field.
Yeah, and the longer it stays up there, the less you'd like it to, obviously. Hang time works better in some sports, but in baseball, you hate that.
Quickly 2 outs, and Xavier McCory up to bat. This is his second at bat. He flew out to center field on the first pitch that he saw. Takes that one outside.
He's hitless in his last 16 at-bats against Waynesboro in the head-to-head.
Sox are looking for their second hit of the contest. That pitch right there looked hittable, but McCory wanted to let it fly, and now it's a 1-1 count.
That was a nasty breaking ball that ended up bending back into the middle third of the zone. We'll see if he attacks again.
Costello delivers, and McCory hits it hard out to right field. Caldera is there, and he makes the catch. A quick 1-2-3 inning for the Waynesboro defense, and they hold their 4-run lead as we head into the 4th inning.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball, and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter.
Top of the 4th from Cho Airport Field, the Generals, a 4-0 lead in Game 2 of the VBL South Finals. While we await the first pitch of this inning, let's take a look at the tail of the tape, Ryan.
Yeah, very close in terms of ERA. The Tom Sox at one point were in the bottom quarter of ERA, and now they're near the top in terms of the lowest clip. And WHIP is very close as well, 148 to 150. The errors really catch the eye, though. The Tom Sox have 80, the Generals have 43. The batting average just as well. The Generals are the hottest hitting teams in all the Valley League, 271 to the Tom Sox, 236. Then the OPS, once again, 75 ticks between the two. And obviously, both teams right now, they've been winning the track meet all across the Valley League. 108 stolen bases for the Generals. To the Tom Sox, 112.
And so far today, it's been the Generals causing the most trouble on those base paths. The Tom Sox pitchers really worrying about what's behind them rather than what's at the plate. First up for the Generals, it's Neomar Caldera. He struck out in his first at-bat swinging. It's a sophomore out of Somerset, Virginia. Just stands at 5'8", 188 in that lefty's batter's box. First pitch, he fouls it up and out of play. Hitting the grass and now onto the road. 0-1 count. And Nolan Bethel, he came in a tough spot. Gave up just 1 run that would end up being charged to Clayton Arma. So we can finally give you his full line. 2 complete innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs that were all earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Not the appearance that you were hoping for out of your starter.
I mean, it is the way it is, but once again, the Tom Sox have a very full bullpen, and they can go to a lot of them today.
1-1 pitch. Fastball. Did Caldera go around? Yes, he did. He looked like he lost control of his bat, too.
Yeah. But to that point, just as well, I mean, you want to see how much you can go out of Nolan Bethel today.
Here's his 1-2. Hard hit ball out to center field. Neely's tracking back at the warning track, and he makes the catch. Allowed out from Caldera, but nonetheless, it still goes up on that board as an out. They're all counted the same.
Making the heart skip a step just a second as he tracks that one back, but yeah, there you go. And as we were talking about, this is a must-win for the Tom Sox, it feels like, and it's a can't-lose for Waynesboro.
Here's the first pitch to Sam Guth. He fouls it off to the right side. You're exactly right. I mean, if the Generals lose, they're out. The Sox win, they move on to the VBL championship in considering the Sox record against the Generals this season, you do not want that to go to a Game 3 as Guth lines it right past the glove of third baseman McCollum. Just shaded a little too far to his left. Guth holds up at first. A hard hit single with an out on the board.
Yeah, just past the glove of McCollum. Nice ground ball contact, able to get it through the gaps. They've been doing a real nice job of attacking the infield gaps today, attacking the shifts. It's been good for Waynesboro so far, but now they get to have another chance at winning the base running battle.
This has already been Geary's third plate appearance. He's 1 for 2 with a single, and that single got the Generals rally started. First pitch breaking ball misses inside. After Geary's single, that was the start of 4 straight hits, 3 of them RBIs. Connor O'Sullivan, the last RBI, as a sac fly. And that is how the Generals hold a 4-0 lead, just by hitting singles. The 1-0 pitch, shot foul by Geary.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it, and it feels like we have to keep talking about it. At the All-Star game, head coach Mike Golino said that hitting is just contagious. And once you get one, it's easier for the rest to go.
Saw that last night for the Tom Sox. Here's the 1-1, breaking ball right down the middle. Campy gloves, flips on to second. The throw to first is not in time, but the Sox get the lead runner out for 2 outs, with Ben Geary reaching on the fielder's choice.
It's important to get the lead base runner, but it's Ben Geary who has 16 stolen bases. He's obviously going to be able to beat the tag. At that point, the play was just a bit too long to take for develop. But a nice flip by Campy regardless.
You're glad to just get one. You don't want to get too greedy. That throw to Craddock almost missed him, and if that ball got away, that sends Geary over to second. Well, with 2 outs, it's Nick April-Gath up again. Runner goes. Geary trying to take second. The throw is way offline by Ben Cardone. That is uncharacteristic from what we've seen from him behind the plate this season, Brian.
Absolutely not. And as we talked about, he has all those stolen bases. Runners caught stealing, 12 this year. Got great pop time, but there is just a bad read. I think he was just trying to avoid interference.
And a lot of those caught stealings have been in the latter part of the season, so he's really coming alive in that aspect as Bethel misses 1-1.
Well, it's just you and your pitcher out there on the mound and behind the plate, but he started off the season with 4 passed balls at Waynesboro on May 29th. We've seen the progression he's had this season.
Now a runner on second and Ben Geary. Hard hit ball right to Xavier McCory at short. Easy toss to Craddock. And the Sox hang a 0 on the Generals for the 3rd time today. Still a 4-0 lead for Waynesboro as we head to the home half of the 4th on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball, and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter.
Welcome back to Cho Airport Field, the site for Game 2 of the South Finals between Charlottesville and Waynesboro. The Sox hold a 1-0 lead in the series after a 7-3 victory at Waynesboro yesterday. That was the first time the Sox had beat the Generals all season long, and now they're looking to go back-to-back to wrap up the series, but Waynesboro not going down easy.
Well, now it's a 1-2 punch combo between Grayson McCollum and Tommy Lancis at the 2-3 hole. Yesterday they combined for 4 for 8 and 4 runs scored, 3 RBIs to boot.
It was Tommy Lansness that has the Sox one and only hit of the contest, a double that came in the bottom of the first to extend his on-base streak to 28 games. But right now, it's Grayson McCollum who lined out to center field in his first and only at-bat of the contest. Here's another ball that's hit high in the air on the right side. Coming over to it is Caldera, but it drops for a base hit. McCollum rounds first. He's heading to second, going to try and take a double, and he slides in. That ball looked like it was going to go foul. I don't think Caldera really thought that he had a chance at getting to it. And it dropped in play, and McCollum took advantage of it. Another double for the Sox.
That's one of those mental errors, but really, all around, I think Grayson McCollum could have had 3 had he started running off as soon as he saw that ball drop. But, I mean, even before that, he's just got to try and give it a run because, I mean, at that point, he's able to get another triple, but still good enough to see him leg out a double.
If there's anybody that you would want at the plate with yourself on second base, it is Tommy Lansness. And there's a liner right back up the middle. It hits off of Costello and dribbles over on the left side, and Lansness will take the infield single at the cost of Costello's waist.
Talk about a hot shot right there.
And that's going to leave a mark. I'm sure that middle portion of his waist, his torso, is going to be black and blue tomorrow. He looks to be okay, though.
That's the art of the game sometimes. But it's about how he attacks this next batter, and it's Aiden Harris who is absolutely going to try and go after the second pitch.
Gins hold a 4-0 lead, but that could be swept away in one swing of Aiden Harris's big bat. First pitch is outside. Harris didn't have a chance to swing at it. 1-0.
I think everybody's got a chance to swing at any pitch if you're willing enough, if you're greedy enough.
McCollum on second and Lansness on first. A double and a single respectively. Big cut and miss by Aiden Harris. That was the pitch that he wanted.
Absolutely. He was just a tick behind that. We'll see if he attacks again on the fastball.
This feels like the first time that Costello has been tested on the mound. Be interesting to see how he responds. The 1-1 pitch misses low and away, 2-1.
Well, he knows of the power that Aiden Harris holds. He had a grand slam against Covington very later on in the season. It's not that kind of situation, but could be 4-3 very quickly.
The 2-1 with 2 on. Upstairs, 3-1. Big hitters count for Aiden Harris. The newly minted VCU Ram. The first day that he really signed for VCU, he hit a home run against Stanton. Now would be a big spot to get a hit with 2 runners on, including McCollum in scoring position. The 3-1 offering. Down low. Pump fake over to first. Gets Lansness to track back. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count with 2 runners on. Costello readies. Payoff pitch in a big spot. What can Harris do? Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Sean Costello. And that takes a little bit of the momentum from the Sox and puts it on the Waynesboro side.
Well, the momentum has been on Waynesboro's side pretty much the entire game. Baseball, just like many sports, is a game of momentum swings. But now it's really on for Campy to see what he can do. He was hit by a pitch last time up, so he hasn't been able to see a pitch yet today.
First time he'll have runners in scoring position. He flares a single out into right field, and it drops. Runners advance up 90 feet. McCollum on third, Lansness on second, and Harrison Campy a single to load the bases for Lucas Ream to come up and deal with.
Big time to go station to station, and nobody better. Lucas Ream, one of those guys who definitely has that kind of power. Maybe you want to see him go yard here. Maybe you want to see him just keep it going. You don't want to just zap all the momentum with one swing, but it'd be welcomed.
Waynesboro shading in, double play depth. That is their only saving grace right now with the bases loaded. And 1 out. Ream fouls it off on the tip of his bat.
Well, coincidentally, when Clayton Norma was pitching against Waynesboro back on June 10th, Lucas Ream had that grand slam.
Sox suffered a 15-13 defeat after leading 12-1 in that contest. Ream fouls it off up high and out to the right side.
I think it's definitely on his side. Reams, that is, if Costello continues to attack the middle third with the breaking ball, a lot of potential to hang something in the middle of that zone.
Reams had back-to-back foul-offs to start the at-bat. Here's the 0-2. On the outside, 1-2. A loud cheer from the Waynesboro fans in Waynesboro dugout. They thought that was strike 3. Just missed low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a grand slam threat in Lucas Ream. Here's the 1-2. Ream takes upstairs, and the count's even.
The waste pitch to being disoriented after trying to attack the zone. Now Ream's got to win the battle.
A big spot for both teams. Waynesboro trying to get out of a bases-loaded jam. The Tom Sox trying to take advantage of it. Ream takes another pitch down low. It's full again. Last time the Sox had a full count, Aiden Harris struck out. You don't need to bring them all home in one swing. A walk would even score a runner. A 3-2 pitch. Ream, hard hit ball to left field. Going back is St. Antoine. He makes the catch on the warning track. McCollum tags from third and heads home, and the Sox score a run. It's 4-1 in Game 2 of the South Championship, and Lucas Ream gets the RBI.
That's big for the momentum, obviously. He didn't get all that what he wanted to. I think he scooped under it just a little bit, but it was just enough to send it deep into the outfield for St. Antoine to fetch it. And now Luke Craddock has a big chance for himself.
Tommy lands himself second. Harrison can't be on first. And Luke Craddock up to bat with 2 outs. The Sox down by 3. First pitch from Costello, fouled off by Luke Craddock. This part of the lineup, Ream, who just hit a hard hit sac fly for an RBI, Craddock, Cardone, and Neely all have home run capabilities. The 0-1 pitch away for a 1-1 count.
Well, Craddock has went yard 3 times this year. That's tied for the most on the team alongside Caden Combs and Lucas Ream.
All 3 of those home runs have been away from home. The 1-1 pitch, Craddock flares a shot out to right field, but it sails foul nearing the batting cage. That one looked like it had a little more elevation when it came off the bat, but it shot straight right.
It's good to see the oppo contact, though, from Craddock. Really means he can hit to all fields. If he has to throw the bat out, he has a chance. Well, maybe he tries to flare one up the middle here.
2 home runs at Culpeper, and then a home run at Stanton late in the season for Craddock. Costello ahead 1-2 with 2 outs and 2 runners on for the Tom Sox. Swing and a miss. And the Sox are going to feel like they left a little bit on the plate there, but the Generals have their heads held high after that inning. It's still 4-1 in favor of Waynesboro as we hit the 5th inning.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball, and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. Subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your 4-time
So the Sox get one back in the bottom of the fourth. It's now 4-1 in favor of Waynesboro, but Brian, they're going to have to do a lot more than that if they want to make this game close.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as you were talking about right before we tossed to the break, is you feel like they left a little bit on the plate. 2 strikeouts for Aiden Harris today, and I mean, right now Sean Costello has really been able to work even really out of that jam. It's just been all generals, and now they get the ball back to their offense, who's able to really do a lot with the base running. Pinch the corners, still remain to continue to slash. I mean, they can really do a lot here.
Costello already has 5 strikeouts today. The Sox pitching staff combined between Arma and Bethel, just 3. If Bethel were to get an out in this inning, he would already eclipse the length of Clayton Arma's short starting appearance. He only went 2 complete innings, gave up 4 earned runs. First pitch to St. Antoine, misses 1-0.
Bit of a purpose pitch, just kind of missed a little bit arm side, is able to come back here. We'll see what he can do against St. Antoine.
The left fielder's gone 1 for 2 today with an RBI single. Cut on and missed that one, 1-1. Bethel's come in, and apart from his first couple of pitches and that O'Sullivan at bat back in the third, he's really gotten under control and limited this general offense.
I mean, he came in and retired the 3 batters, a sac fly, the 5-3 put out, and then the looking strikeout, and kept them really away from doing a whole lot of damage.
Here's Bethel's 1-2. Misses inside, 2-2.
St. Antoine only 4 strikeouts on the year. As we talked about before, he puts the ball in play at a real great rate.
He did it back in the third, an RBI single that gave Waynesboro, or extended their lead. I believe that gave him a 2-0 lead. 3-2 count now, Nolan Bethel.
You'd be right. Yep, it's 2-0.
Bethel trying to get an out in the first at bat against St. Antoine. Full count pitch. Antoine fouls it off, and we'll do it again. Right now, Strasburg is up on Winchester very early in the contest, top of the second. They're playing at First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. Winchester a 1-0 lead in that series. Full count pitch. Fouled off again by Antoine, this time on the left side.
Yeah, plenty of series left for both sides. We'll take a quick look at the playoff bracket once again. Winchester and Strasburg in the north, Waynesboro, Charlottesville in the south.
Here's the full count pitch. St. Antoine hits it up in the air. Neely settling under it in center field. And a long earned out by Nolan Bethel and this Tom Sox defense.
Yeah, and once again, that's big for Bryce Neely, Nolan Bethel, able to work well out there. Yeah, and trust the defense behind you. Takes the stress off your shoulders a little bit.
Now Jake Mueller up to bat, one of 3 generals with an RBI single to his name. Nobody on this time for Mueller to bring home. A less chaotic inning so far for the Sox defense than the third. Bethel came in, delivered 2 crucial outs, and then came in the fourth and kept the momentum going, giving up a single and another base runner, but allowing the Sox to get out of that inning, holding Waynesboro to no runs again. It's a 4-1 lead for the Generals as Bethel's lost a bit of control in this at-bat, quickly 3-0 towards Mueller.
Yeah, I mean, 3-0, and you really don't want to hang something up against this guy. Or really against anybody, but you don't want to walk either.
A 3-0 pitch, breaking ball, misses inside, a 4-pitch walk to Jake Mueller. That's not the worst person to walk. You can see Mueller kind of gingerly jogging over to first. I believe he's been struggling with something lower body as of late. We saw him last night as well.
So we were talking about earlier. He had a walking boot last week. It's good to see he's up and moving around.
So again, not the worst person to send on base. He's not really a threat on those base paths, rather than a a wild pitch or a pass ball getting to the backstop, I don't believe he would try and steal.
Has no stolen bases on the year.
So maybe he wouldn't have anyways. 1 out in the inning. Waynesboro a 4-1 lead in Game 2 of the South Finals. Hard hit ball, up high, Lansness in right field tracking it and making the grab in that sun-splashed outfield at Cho Airport Field. 2 outs and no runs for the Generals so far in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, the lights are on as well at Cho Airport Field, so adding another effect to it we saw in the first game of this series. Nick April Gath at his own home field, Prosperity Home Mortgage Park, get turned around on a ball because of the sun. And we'll see that again as both games started at 5 p.m.
I kind of like the 5 p.m. start. I can't lie. It's nice because, you know, the game finishes and then it's not too late. You can still do something with the day.
Yeah. Go back home, eat dinner, do whatever you have to do.
1-0 count to Nick Pereira. Now 2-0 as Bethel misses down low. And the fact that Waynesboro is, you know, not too far away from Charlottesville, just about a 40-minute drive. It's very convenient for this to be the South Finals. 2-0 count, Bethel delivers, and it's fouled off by Pereira.
Well, you're just able to drive right down 64, and you're pretty much there.
No deli up stop yesterday. Just all business for the Tom Sox intern team.
Waynesboro does have a couple of scenic views, especially at Humpback Rocks.
Right there on the Afton Mountain. The 2-1 pitch. Check swing from Pereira, but he did not go around. Hitters count for the Generals catcher. 3-1 with 2 outs, and Bethel would really like to get an out here. He comes set. Throws home. Fouled off by Pereira. It's full again.
Well, you got out the guy who had 10 stolen bases on the year for a guy who, if you let him get on the base paths, it's not only clogged at first and second, but, I mean, it's not really that much a threat to steal.
Jake Mueller off of first after earning a walk. Full count delivery from Bethel. Lined into center field, and it drops before reaching the center fielder Bryce Neely. Along at bat goes Nick Pereira's way as he gets a single. He's now 1 for 2 today with a hit by pitch.
Yeah, the weak contact was really the key to success for the Tom Sox yesterday, or really either side when they wanted to get something going. And you see that right there again, attacking without the full head of the barrel, but doesn't really matter as much.
Pereira, a later addition on this General squad. He's been a big piece in this postseason for Waynesboro. First pitch to Bryce Abbott, curls outside, 1-0. Two runners on for Waynesboro, but 2 outs. The Sox are close to getting out of the frame. Nice glove by Cardone. He kind of dove to his right there to save it from going to the backstop. I think both runners advance 90 if that ball gets away.
Well, I think earlier on in the season you would have seen that from Cardone, but he's had some great blocks in his last couple of games.
2-0 count. And Abbott takes the third pitch right on the 0 of his 30 on the back. And bases are loaded for Waynesboro.
Right now you'll see Will Pearson come out to talk to at least Nolan Bethel. I think this is just going to be a conversation with the infield. Brady Tomlin is off the dugout, but yeah, once again, it's just about being able to calm him down. He's got himself in a leverage situation. Bases are loaded with 2 outs, and there is somebody working in that Tom Sox bullpen.
Bethel's gone 2 2/3. Clayton Arma started and only went 2 complete. So you'd like to see Bethel kind of go longer than you would really see as a reliever, maybe 4 1/3. But right now he's in a hole. Bases loaded, as you said. A walk, a single, and a hit by pitch. That last one on Bryce Abbott to load the bases up. And now Neomar Caldera, who had a hard hit ball out to center field that Neely caught on the warning track. He's up to bat. But with 2 outs, a sac fly doesn't work. You've got to land it in play.
That's one offense here.
2 outs and bases loaded. Bethel needs to come alive right now for the Sox as they trail 4-1 in Game 2. Charlottesville a 1-0 series lead. First pitch to Caldera. Breaking ball, called strike. That looked really pretty from Bethel. We haven't seen that a ton today. It kind of freezes up the batter and makes them question what's coming next.
Well, because you don't want a hanging breaking ball. You kind of want to paint the corners.
There's a fastball swung on and hit out in the right center. Neely and Lansness are there, but it's Neely who makes the catch. Bases loaded, no more for Waynesboro. Still a 4-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Brian Portney taking over play-by-play duties on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seaville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at tomsox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. Subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your 4-time Valley Baseball League champion.
Bottom of the 5th set to get underway. The Tom Sox limiting the damage in the top of the 5th and a bases loaded jam for Nolan Bethel. Brian Portney alongside Landon Weaver here on this Sunday afternoon in Game 2 of the VBL South Championship Series. Tom Sox lead 1-0 in the series.
Yeah, and right now, obviously down 4-1. They need to get back into this contest, and it starts by chipping away. They chipped away a little bit in the bottom of the 4th. Can they start chipping away one by one in the innings? You don't have to get it all back in one swing or in one inning. But right now, Costello for the Generals has been really, really good out on the mound. He's gone 4 complete, and he'll look to continue his damage.
Kealo Smith out in center, taking over for Sam Guth. Still the same middle infield and regular infield. Geary's still at third. Now that'll bring up Ben Cardone. First pitch he sees, he swings and misses well through that one. Kealo Smith started yesterday's game. He'll be back out in center field.
The one difference between the Sox and the Generals today is that the Generals, everybody but their 9-hole batter has had 3 at-bats. For Ben Cardone, this is only his 2nd at-bat in the 5th inning.
It's 8-9-1 through the order. Quickly 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2. Gets it in the air, deep center field. Backing up and coming in to make the catch is Kealo Smith, immediately getting his money's worth off the first ball he sees here in the bottom of the 5th.
I think Cardone will be disappointed with that. He knows he has home run pop. Just didn't get all the way around on his swing and left a little bit to be desired with that one.
Oh, here's somebody with a little bit of power. It's Bryce Neely. He's 0 for 1 today, flew out back in the 3rd. First pitch to him. Breaking ball bends upstairs.
Costello's only let up 4 hits today for the Sox across 4 1/3 innings, and 3 of them came in that last frame. A double, a single, and another single.
He worked quickly there. Neely was able to fight that one off to the screen to even up the count. Xavier McCory on deck. He's been hitless in his last 17 at-bats against Waynesboro. We're now back to the plate at Bryce Neely. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Well, check swing, he says he went regardless. That would have been a strike anyways.
Yeah, he didn't hold himself back enough on that pitch. It was right down the middle. I like the attempt at a swing, but if you're going to swing, go ahead and give us the full thing.
Absolutely. Costello fires the 1-2. Skips in the dirt, gets away. Xavier McCory at the on-deck circle picks it up. And it'll even up the count. It'll be big for him to see what he can do with this at-bat. Bryce Neely trying to ignite a rally. Here's the 2-2. Some chin music right there to run the count full.
Sox have got to start taking advantage of these positions.
Bases are empty. One man going. Tom Sox trail 4-1. Payoff pitch. Fouls that one back. Here in the bottom of the fifth. Tom Sox lead the series 1-0. It's best of 3. Here in game 2 of the VBL South Division Championship Series. The score is 4-1 Generals. Quickly working the full count. Runs inside. Ball 4. Bryce Neely drops the bat, and it's a 1-out base runner in the form of a Bryce Neely walk.
It's a rare walk for Costello today. Actually, I believe that is his first walk issued. He's been really good in those full count scenarios, and now you see pitching coach for the Generals coming out to talk to Costello, who's gone through 4 1/3. Typically where he levels out, a lot of his appearances go through about 4 or 5 innings.
Jake Causey comes out to talk to him, and while we have you guys for a quick break, here's another look at the postseason bracket, taking a look at what's going on in the other game between Winchester and Strasburg. Landon, I believe you have the update.
Yeah, it's the same as last time, except the inning has changed. A 1-0 score in favor of the Express as they trail the series 1-0 to Winchester. They lead 1-0 in the top of the 3rd. Jacob Chadwell for the Express so far going 2 innings of scoreless baseball.
It'll be a great series. It's been great playoff baseball all across the Valley League. We saw 2 game 3s happen on Friday night.
Both were won by way of the walk-off.
Absolutely. So the host team moves on in both times. The Winchester Royals had played the home team Strasburg at that point. Now here comes Xavier McCory. First pitch to him. Outside for ball 1.
Seen a lot of continuity between teams that were really good last year and teams that are good this year. not Waynesboro. Charlottesville and Strasburg both in the conference championships again.
As there's a high fly ball into left center field. Going back is Smith again, ranging well to his right. And he makes the catch. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th. Still runner at first in the form of Bryce Neely.
And the Tom Sox are in their division championship again, but Culpeper's not in it anymore. Purcellville was knocked out by Strasburg in a round earlier this year. That series last year was tight as can be again, but Strasburg able to take it.
Another throw back to first. He got him. A pickoff by Sean Costello to retire the side. And that'll do. No runs, no hits. Now no men left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. Tom Sox trail 4-1 here in Game 2 of the VBL South Division Championship Series.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your 4-time Valley Baseball League champion, Charlottesville Tom Sox. Highlight videos, game recaps, full games, in-depth interviews, and so much more on the official digital home.
Top of the sixth set to get underway. For the Waynesboro Generals, it'll be 9-1-2, Guth, Geary, and April Gath. Some big impact by Guth, who a single and a walk so far today. But, I mean, it's been all across for the Generals. They've really just been dominating today on offense.
Yeah, it's really just been one inning that they've really done a ton of damage. They've got hits in their last 3 innings, but 4 in the top of the third that accompanied 4 runs as well.
You can call it a disruptive offense, really able to turn heads a whole lot. Here's the 1-0. Sam Guth, it's lifted in the air to straightaway left field. Lucas Ream camps under it to make the catch for out number 1. So back-to-back flyouts to the outfield from the end of last inning to the start of this inning, and it'll go back to the top of the order in Ben Geary.
And apart from that 3rd inning, this top of the order for the Generals has done a lot of nothing.
First pitch bends inside to Ben Geary. I mean, we saw from them last inning, they left the bases loaded. Now no bases occupied by any runners, as it's currently a bounce count at 1-1. Working quickly as Bethel fires the 1-1 off the hands and into the screen. Is Ben Geary. That's foul.
After that hit by pitch, Bethel has really battled. He's induced weak contact in his last 2 at-bats, and right now he's ahead against Ben Geary.
Chopper on the ground, foul, right side. Yeah, taking a look at what Bethel has been able to do. He's gotten out of some jams. Right now, it's going to be his 4th full inning of work. And he had 4 full innings in his first appearance. It was a start at Culpeper on May 30th. Now he gets his sign. Fires the 1-2. Weak chopper on the ground, foul left side this time. Couldn't be handled by head coach Mike Galino.
That was his 1 and only start of this season. Since then, he's been used in relief every time, and I think he's much more comfortable. We saw him come in, get some really good innings in relief at First Bank Park against Strasburg.
1-2. On the ground, second base. Easy hop for Campy. Throws on a sidearm. Over to first in time. 2 gone.
And the infield looks comfortable right now, too. We've seen a couple of those balls that aren't soft, but they're not hard coming over to Campy at second. He's been able to easily toss them over to Craddock, who hasn't had a lot to deal with so far today.
There have been some bad lips on the field, but they've been able to read it really well over the course of the season at Cho Airport Field. That'll bring up Nicholas April Gath. First pitch to him. Bends down low for a ball. A lot of the breaking ball for Nolan Bethel today. Some of it's been working, some of it hasn't been working. 1-0 breaking ball in there for a strike of the knees.
Right on cue there, you see a breaking ball that doesn't hit the first time. It hits the second time, and now it's a 1-1 count.
Quickly working. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. On the inside third. And now he's 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 frame.
I don't think you want to hang another breaking ball. You've gone with that 3 times in a row. Give him some heat.
Little fastball up here. 2 outs to 1-2. Misses down low this time. He did get the fastball, but we'll even up the count.
That's where April Gath feasts, where he has a ball that he can see all the way. Saw him slap one in between McCory and McCollum to bring home a run early.
1 for 3 today. Here's the 2-2. Outside and off the mid of Cardone. That'll run the count full. His catching counterpart, Dom Caffarillo, shagging the balls today in the dugout for the Tom Sox. Bethel gets his sign. Payoff pitch. Foul tip. He does get a piece of that. April Gath has another sign of life.
It's not going to be easy for Bethel, especially against this portion of the lineup with April Gath, St. Antoine, Jake Mueller, and Connor O'Sullivan. I've seen the Sox pitchers get in a lot of full count battles today, and this one, another one.
3-2 once more. Swing and a miss. He got him. A 1-2-3 frame for the Tom Sox defense here in the top of the sixth. And the Tom Sox offense will take over as they trail 4-1. When we're back, it'll be the bottom of the sixth here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. Subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your four-time Valley Baseball League champion, Charlottesville Tom Sox. Highlight videos, game recaps, full games, in-depth interviews, and so much more on the official digital home of the Charlottesville Tom Sox.
Grayson McCollum leads off the bottom of the sixth. It's another 1-2-3 frame in the top of the sixth for the Waynesboro offense. Now they'll look to take that momentum the Tom Sox will with 2-3-4 for the Tom Sox offense. First pitch, McCollum is fouled off back behind us. And we were talking about before the break, this is, if he completes it, will be Sean Costello's sixth full inning of work. And his longest was 7 innings.
Yep, and before that, 5 1/3 is his second longest, so 2 outs in this inning would give him his second longest appearance of the season, and that is exactly what Waynesboro needs, a limited bullpen already. To have Costello go this long is important.
Fouled off the helmet of Nick Pereira to make it a quick 2-strike count. But that's really how playoff baseball is. We talked about how Waynesboro doesn't have the most arms right now, but good to see what they have with what they got.
He's going up against a meaty part of the order right now with McCollum, Lansness, and Harris, and maybe Campy if we get there. McCollum had a bloop double, if you will, early on.
2-2. Gets it off the end of the bat, and it'll drop for a base hit. That's over the glove of O'Sullivan at second. A leadoff single for Grayson McCollum.
It's exactly how the bottom of the fourth started for the Tom Sox. It was a double instead of a single, but McCollum was able to get on base. He eventually got all the way around to score. This pairing of McCollum and Lansness is important for the Sox to get going. If they both can get hits, like you said, like Galino said, hits are contagious.
McCollum 5 for 8 in this series. First pitch bends inside. And before that, he wasn't really doing all that hot. Grayson McCollum was in his 16 at-bats. He's just 2 for 16. Tommy Lansness 1-0. Weak chopper on the ground to second. Shuffle back to second on a first is in time. A 4-6-3 double play to empty the bases for Aiden Harris.
It's unfortunate. It's a momentum killer. Anytime the Tom Sox seem to get rolling on offense, have something go well, it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and 2 steps back with the double play right there.
Hayden Harris steps up to the plate. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. First pitch swings and misses through that one.
I like him being aggressive, though, because we know what happens when he gets that big part of the barrel to the ball.
Got to see something different from him in this outing. This time a foul tip into the catcher's mitt of Nick Pereira. Quickly 2 strikes and 2 outs.
He just seems to be late a lot in this game so far. If he can just catch it early.
0-2 on the ground through the 5-6 hole for a 2-out single. Hayden Harris keeping the bottom of the 6th going.
There it is. He got on it early, caught it with the thick end of his bat, and got on base with a single. And now it brings up Harrison Campy, who we've seen him get on base with a hit by pitch, and we've seen him get on base with a single. So he just gets on base. He's the guy that's going to get on.
Campy has done so twice today. A hit by pitch and a single. And he's really had that impact all season. First pitch he takes at the knees for a strike. Hayden Harris at first. 3 stolen bases this year. 0-1 runs inside. Campy watches the chess music this time. Costello readies the 1-1. That's on the ground. The third baseman in Geary flips to second, and he makes the play to retire Harris and the side. Just 2 hits in the frame, and the Tom Sox get no runs. We head to the top of the 7th. It's Generals 4, Tom Sox 1 in Game 2 of the VBL South Division Championship Series on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seaville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball, and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. Subscribe to the official YouTube channel.
Chris Fortunato, the new man on the mound for the Tom Sox, down 4-1 here in the top of the 7th. But before we introduce his numbers, let's take a look at the final book for Nolan Bethel's 4-inning day.
Yeah, as you said, 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. So he came in when the Sox needed him to come in and do good jobs. He did. He got through 4 complete, 4 scoreless. It's just that the offense has not done what you would have expected them to do with a good pitcher on the mound.
So Chris Fortunato makes his 6th appearance. He has a 1.64 ERA through 11 innings pitched. 4 hits, 7 strikeouts to 5 walks, and a 105 opponent batting average.
A relatively new addition to this Sox team. He's been really good. I mean, all of these pitchers that the Sox have gotten as late additions have been super valuable. And the guys that maybe didn't start out this season super hot have come into their own. Everybody's progressed in their own right, and Chris Fortunato has come in and done good work so far.
Has the lowest opponent OPS of anybody else on the Tom Sox pitching staff at 411. As now in comes Jonas St. Antoine. He's 1 for 3 today, had an RBI single back in the 3rd, came around to score. Flew out his last time up back in the 5th. First pitch to the lefty batter. High fly ball into right. Backing up and coming back in to make the catches, Tommy Lansness for out number 1.
Like Lansness may have lost it in the sun for a split second. Good job tracking it all the way through and making the correct steps to get to that ball.
So now after the first pitch swinging, that'll bring up Jake Mueller, who's at one point in the season batting .461, and he's been staying on that hot bat not only throughout the postseason but also today. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. First pitch he sees taken on the lower outside corner for a strike.
Fortunato's a guy that if people were to get on base, he's not going to get rattled by what's behind him. He has his eyes solely set on the plate.
0-1. A fly ball in the air just outside of the infield. Camping under it is Xavier McCory for out number 2.
Was that a no-look? He may have no-looked that. I'm not sure.
He might have.
It looked a little bit flashy by McCory at short, and we know he likes those flashy plays. I'm surprised if he did mean to pull that out, and that is what it looked like. Top of the 7th is risky business.
A bit of an aura gamble.
Maybe. Nonetheless, he'll take 2 outs for sure.
Connor O'Sullivan steps up to the plate. Watches that one sail to the lower outside corner for a strike. Fortunato back-to-back weak contact and attacking the zone. 0-1. Outside once again. Near the same location, different pitch. Regardless, 2 strikes and 2 outs.
What 2 quick outs can do to a pitcher's confidence. You see it right now. Fortunato can do no wrong.
0-2 pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Working a lot of the glove side. Or the arm side, I should say. Probably doesn't want to hang anything up there. Now he's got 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Looks back to the bump. Deals the 1-2. Outside, ball 2 to even up the count.
Yeah, it's just a little bit upstairs for Matthew Pierman's liking. I like that he's going arm side a lot against the left-handed batter as well. Really trying to get him to chase with that fastball.
Deuces wild with 2 gone. The 2-2. It's a piece. Tough scoop and a tough backhand for Grayson McCollum. So Connor O'Sullivan will earn a trip to first with 2 gone.
That one's hard. It just kind of had a lot of spin coming off the bat for 1, and I think McCollum thought initially he'd have enough room to make the catch, but that ball died quickly, and now O'Sullivan's on base.
Goes down as an E5, so he couldn't handle the backhand off the hop. So now Nick Pereira steps up. 1 for 2 today with a hit by pitch. The 0-0 offering is down low for a ball to start things out.
But as we said, he's not going to get phased by a guy that's on base. O'Sullivan is dangerous on the base paths, but with 2 outs.
1-0 upstairs at the shoulders.
With 2 outs, you're not going to be especially worried about the guy stealing.
Well, the Generals have done in pretty much every situation today. Play that game on the base paths. Gets the sign as Fortunato, the 2-0 breaking ball in there for a strike. And a huge deal on the inside third. It'll get back and pound the zone. We'll see what he can do here. But first, a toss back to first. And a first sign in fact that he is indeed human.
And it'll be interesting to see if there's more throwovers in this at bat, because O'Sullivan came up a bit hurt the last time he slid in.
2-1 is well foul right side.
That foul ball was sponsored by Taylor's Auto Body.
I don't think I've seen him slide in head first since he came up a bit injured. He's really just been jogging back into first base.
You don't want to do too much on that accord. Fortunato ready. Gets the sign. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. His first strikeout of the outing. Ends the top of the 7th. It's stretch time from Joe Airport Field. We'll be right back. Tom Sox 1, Generals 4 here in Game 2 of the VBL South Division Championship Series.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seaville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at tomsox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter.
Sean Costello looking to match his season high of 7 innings as he's here in the top of the 7th. He's gone 6 strong with just 1 run to his name. Tom Sox trail 4-1 to the Waynesboro Generals, and well, with Lucas Ream, Craddock, and then Cardone, it's got to start somewhere for the Tom Sox.
It has to. You've got 9 more outs to make up a 3-run lead. You'd like to do it sooner rather than later. And especially with Costello, he's gone through 6 complete. He's given up 6 hits, and the Sox only have 1 run to show for it. That's going to start to come back to bite you if you're Waynesboro at some point. The Sox are going to cash in at some point. You'd have to think that 6 hits and 1 run is not the way that they normally play. Saw last night they didn't have as many hits. They had more runs than they did have hits. Eventually that number came to meet. You got to wonder when the runs are going to start coming to meet as well.
Lucas Ream, first pitch, chopped on the ground, foul left side. Costello up to 81 pitches today, through 6 here as we're in the bottom of the 7th. The 6-7-8 has yet to get a hit in 5 at-bats. Check that. Indeed, 5 at-bats. 0-1, swing and miss down the chute off the breaking ball. Quickly 2 strikes.
There just hasn't been a lot of patience with that breaking ball. If you let that one go, it misses the zone. But as soon as these Sox batters see it hanging, they want to go for it.
0-2, swing and a miss. He got him. Sean Costello with his 6th strikeout of the day.
He's been unplayable. I mean, the Sox have been able to get a few hits off of him, but only cashing in that 1 run, and they have not had that many base runners. Only 4 runners left on base through 6 frames.
Huge playoff performance for Sean Costello. The first pitch is fouled back behind us. But this is, if you're head coach Mike Golino, really what you've asked for out of your guy today. And he's really delivered.
You got to take advantage of what you have now if you're the Sox. Only 8 outs left.
0-1, check swing, does not matter. It's a breaking ball in there for a strike of the knees.
You got to remember, you have a 1-0 lead. Why not be aggressive when you're down? You don't have anything to lose.
0-2. Foul back once more, so the immaculate inning is now out of play.
It just feels like they're playing to not lose right now, the Sox are. They're not being aggressive enough. I'd like to see them attack much more.
Another sign of life, but here's the 0-2. Gets a piece of that one, stays in the infield, goes to foul territory, first base side. And making the catch is Bryce Abbott for out number 2.
A lot of weak contact from the Tom Sox, and we know what Craddock can do with a bat in his hand. He just hasn't been able to get the big part of the barrel to it yet.
Ben Cardone represents the last chance for the Tom Sox in the bottom of the 7th. With 2 gone and the base is empty. First pitch to him runs inside. It's about as much of an advantageous situation as can be for the Generals right now. 1-0 in there for a strike. Another breaking ball. He's really dealing that well with the bender.
I think that's the reason why you leave him in if you're the Generals. He's been your best player all game. You're in an elimination scenario. Why not leave this guy in? You don't want to take any chances.
That's another swing and a miss right there from Ben Cardone. It's reminiscent of what Stanton was able to do earlier on this season against the Tom Sox. So now Costello looking for one more. 1-2 off the end of the bat, foul. A new sign of life for Ben Cardone. Got
to be patient. Got to wait for your pitch. Cardone hasn't seen it yet. I like the foul off on that last one. Let them know you're there.
1-2. High fly ball into left field, but coming in, watching it go, making the catch, Jonas St. Antoine for out number 3. So a clean 1-2-3 frame as we are through 7. Tom Sox 1, Generals 4 here in Game 2, the VBL South Division Championship Series here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. Subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your 4-time Valley Baseball League champion, Charlottesville Tom Sox. Highlight videos, game recaps.
Chris Fortunato back on the mound for his second inning of work, as leading off the top of the 8th will be Abbott, Caldera, and Guth. They have gone a combined 1 for 7 with 2 free passes today.
Leading off for Waynesboro, number 30, Bryce Abbott.
It's really been an all-around effort for this Waynesboro squad. They haven't done anything that has blown you out of the water except for that 3rd inning in which they put up the 4 runs that they lead with right now.
First pitch. In there for a strike. Clips the inside corner.
But every pitcher that's come in for the Tom Sox has looked more and more comfortable and confident out on the mound. It started with Arma, who didn't have his best stuff. Nolan Bethel came in and put in 4 good innings of work. And Fortunato, apart from the error from Grayson McCollum, that was his only base runner, didn't let up a hit, got a strikeout, and induced a bunch of weak contact.
The important thing is right now he only has 15 pitches. If he has 20 after his last batter, then he'd have to rest the day. The 0-2 misses. That's the way that it works. As long as he doesn't go 20 pitches, he'll be good to go for a potential Game 3. But here's the 1-2. Outside. You got to think, once again, it's must win versus can't lose. But you got to think the Tom Sox want to win it today.
Of course. Of course. You don't want to leave anything to chance, especially with a team that has had your number and your address all season long.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Back-to-back punch-outs for Chris Fortunato. There's one gone here in the top of the 8th.
That's important. Very important for Fortunato to continue to deal well. No lack of confidence from him on the bump. And I know there's that pitch limit you were talking about, but at this stage, if he's hot, I think you just want to let him ride.
So Kealo Smith steps up to the plate for his first time up. First pitch to him. Chopped on the ground, third base side. McCollum, a great read, tosses across the diamond in time for out number 2. What a play.
That was nice. Makes up for the error that he had in the top of the 7th. He read that jump of the ball perfectly. He's got a cannon of an arm in the hot corner. Makes those throws look easy.
So now that'll bring up Sam Guth. Tried to meet it off the first pitch and could not get there. Now Guth takes first pitch down low for a ball. Sam Guth today, 1 for 2, had a walk, came around to score to lead off the 3rd. No runs for Waynesboro since that. Or really since that frame, for that matter, as you've been talking about. Comfort and confidence for this Tom Sox pitching staff. 2 balls, no strikes. Fortunato deals. Popped foul right back behind us. First strike.
Yeah, you can't erase an inning, Brian, but if you're the Sox, you got to have some confidence. Apart from that 3rd inning, you've had a really, really good game. You've scored a run. You're right there.
2-1. Once again, fouled back. 2 strikes and 2 outs here. Favorable situation for Chris Fortunato. But right now, at this point in time, he'd be over the 1-day pitch limit. 2-2. In the air to deep center field. At the warning track as Neely comes back in and he makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 frame for the bottom of the order. And we take this game to the bottom of the 8th. Tom Sox trail 4-1 here in Game 2 of the VBL South Division Championship Series here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. Subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your 4-time Valley Baseball League champion, Charlottesville Tom Sox. Highlight videos, game recaps, full games, in-depth interviews, and so much more on the official digital home of the Charlottesville Tom Sox.
Bryce Neely leads off the bottom of the 8th as the Tom Sox looking for a spark. It'll be 9-1-2, Neely, McCory, and McCollum as it stands.
And they're going to need a spark. Down to their last 6 outs. Still a 3-run game. It's very much in the balance. Waynesboro has not done anything since the top of the 3rd. The Sox, the last team to score, that came in the 4th.
Neely shows bunt goes down to Sean Costello, throws to first on a hop. He gets him. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Barely. I mean, Neely had laid down a great bunt. Costello read it perfectly, and even on a hop, Abbott's still able to field it over at first.
Scoring update from Strasburg. Winchester leads 2-1 in the top of the 5th. Back to the game and top of the order. McCory lays down a bunt, third base side. Tough play for Sean Costello. He can't make it. Xavier McCory heads to first with 1 out.
Beautiful. McCory saw what Bryce Neely did the last at-bat, realized they need to put it out a little more towards the left, give Costello something to chase, and he did exactly that. A very smart play. I like that from the Sox. Going at a different approach, and now you have a runner on.
A little bit of squeeze play as now becomes the most efficient hitter for the Tom Sox all season. And Grayson McCollum, first pitch to him. Down the middle for a strike. McCory gets on via the single.
With that out from Bryce Neely, this is officially the longest outing of Costello's Summer League career.
0-1. Down low, can't catch the zone, evens up the count.
Summer League ball this season with the Waynesboro Generals. His previous best was 7 innings. He's through 7 1/3, but right now the Sox seem to have his number a little bit.
Now back to the plate. Runner at first. Here's the 1-1. Once again, hits off the helmet of Pereira, and he's had a couple of bad hops to the helmet today.
Yeah, I think he's starting to feel it now. You can kind of see his body language. Looks a little bit shaken up, just working out that neck.
Tommy lands this on deck, assuming there's no double play here. With one out, runner goes. 1-2, fouled back. Xavier McCory was gunning for stolen base number 21. Also could have been a hit and run, though.
Part of the reason why the Sox have been at the top of the VBL in the stolen base category. 112, I believe it was, coming into today. McCory's been a big part of that, nearly a sixth of all stolen bags.
No stolen bases yet for the Tom Sox today. Here comes the 1-2. On the ground foul, and it's a hot shot to the Tom Sox bullpen. Another sign of life for Grayson McCollum.
He's making a lot of contact in this at-bat. None of it in play just yet. He's just feeling out Costello and what he's given him. This is now the fourth at-bat between McCollum and Costello.
Tom Sox 1-3 this year when not stealing a base. Throw back to first. Runner back in safely, and Xavier McCory. He's got the oven mitts on.
And if it's any consolation for McCollum, the last two at-bats against Costello, he's doubled and singled respectively.
1-2. Upstairs at the shoulders to even up the count. Grayson McCollum in this series has gone 5 for 8. Had everything but a home run. That single, double, and triple. Costello ready, fires the 2-2. It's a piece off the end of the bat, and that'll go foul. Right side.
I feel like the longer this at-bat goes, it doesn't really swing in the momentum of anybody, but Costello has been really good in these long at-bats. McCollum, though, he's just waiting for that perfect pitch.
McCory, slight lead off first. 2-2. Outside, misses. That'll run the count full.
That is a bit of a lucky break for McCollum. That pitch right on that edge. I feel like we've seen a couple of those called strikes today, but McCollum gets a favor.
3-2. Off the end of the bat into shallow right field, coming under to make the catch, and he does, is Sam Guth for out number 2. John Costello gets out of that jam right there.
Yeah, McCollum, I think he did what he was trying to do. He hit a lot of opposites in that at-bat, even though they were foul. I think he's trying to get into that deep corner again, exactly how he got his double early on in the contest.
Now Tommy Lances steps up to the plate. First to throw back to McCory, slides back in safely head first. He also has a single and a double today, but grounded into that 4-6-3 double play back in the 6th. That was his last time up. The 0-0 offering, that's a line drive into right field, and it'll get down for plenty of time. McCory rounding second, headed to third. Runners at the corners. It's a 2-out single.
And McCory's got that speed. As soon as he saw where that ball went, he knew that he was going to take off for third. And now you got a guy in Aiden Harris who got bat to ball in his last at-bat. His first single of the contest, he's 1 for 3. But first, Galino going out to talk to Sean Costello.
Mike Galino gathers the infield in. Looks like he may point a sign. Waiting for the signal to be official.
Players are lining up, ready to shake Costello's hands, but no sign that there's a pitching change just yet.
Could be a chance of just talking strategy here. But the tying run is at the plate, and Aiden Harris. And head coach Mike Galino gives Sean Costello a vote of confidence. He's going to try and let him attack the batter, and Aiden Harris, we'll see how that goes.
You see the dugout for the Waynesboro Generals rejuvenated. It seemed like they've kind of lost some momentum. Rightly so. The Sox, a couple singles, have a runner in scoring position, but now they know they've got their man on the mound who has been dealing all day. 7 2/3 innings for Sean Costello.
Tom Sox down 4-1. 2 outs here for Aiden Harris, the tying run. First pitch fouled off. Crowd starting to get into it both sides this time.
You love this playoff atmosphere. The Generals know that they're a game away from going home. The Sox know they can clinch the VBL title today. This game very much in the balance, and Costello has done exactly what Waynesboro needs them to do today.
Harris 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts. Those are both his first times up to the plate. Runners at the corners, 2 gone. Here's the 0-1. In there for a strike right down Broadway. Costello can feel it.
If you're Harris, there's no problem with swinging right now.
Harris 7 for 20 with 2 outs this year coming into this game. But now he faces the 0-2. The pitch. Runs inside. The runners were almost on the move, and then they come back.
Yeah, they're ready to go, and that one, Pereira behind the plate was positioned on the right side. He had to come back all the way to the left to make it.
Costello ready. Gets his sign, the 1-2. Another foul and another sign of life for Aiden Harris.
No bigger at bat for Aiden Harris this season than this one right now. He knows the stakes. He was at UVA this past spring. He's going to VCU. He plays big time ball.
6 strikeouts for Sean Costello today. Looking to get one more. The 1-2 pitch. Down low, evens up the count. Costello over the 100 pitch mark. What a playoff baseball performance from him today. Harris back at the plate. With 2 outs, the 2-2. In the air, shallow right field, looks to get into foul territory. It's in foul territory, and that is too far for any defender to get to it. It's a foul ball.
Tommy Lansness had already made his way over to third base. He's got to do the long jog across the diamond back to first. Harris will take a breath of fresh air. He knows he got away with one right there.
Gotta love it. New signs of life. A breath of fresh air for Aiden Harris. And the battle continues from mound to plate. Tom Sox down 4-1, bottom of the 8th. Game 2 of the VBL South Division Championship Series with 2 outs. Costello fires the 2-2. Called strike 3. Clips the inside corner, and the Generals carry a 3-run lead to the top of the 9th. We'll be right back here on Game 2 of the VBL South Division Championship Series.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seaville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at TomSox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball, and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. Subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your 4-time Valley Baseball League champion, Charlottesville Tom Sox.
It's the top of the order for the Waynesboro Generals, holding a 4-1 lead. Sean Costello dealing 8 innings of work.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see him come out in the 9th. It would be incredible if we did. He's giving hugs over there in the bullpen, so I don't think that he'll return for the remainder of the contest, but what he has done today has been flat out incredible. He has single-handedly kept Waynesboro in this contest. Their offense has been lackluster, the Sox even more so, but what Costello has done on the mound has given Waynesboro life and given them confidence that they can tie this series up, and they're 3 outs away from doing that.
Geary, April, Gath, and St. Antoine. Geary lays the bunt down the third base line. Picking it up is Fortunato across the diamond. He made the play. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out. What bunt defense from Chris Fortunato.
That's big. That's exactly how the last frame started for Waynesboro. Sean Costello, 1-3 put out. We'll see if Nick April Gath can do the same thing that McCory did and lay down a bunt that's more to the left side.
April Gath steps up to the plate. 1 for 4, his last hit being in that third inning. An RBI single to start the scoring. Ended up coming around to score. But since then has been quiet. A 6-3 ground out to end the 4th, and then a swinging strikeout to end the 6th. 1-0. Inside. Quickly 2 balls, no strikes. Not really a count you'd want to see against April Gath.
Not at all, but we know that Fortunato likes to induce that weak contact, and he's done that even in counts like these.
Fires the 2-0. Off the end of the bat and into shallow right field, but coming under it to make the catch is Tommy Lansness. 2 gone here in the top of the 9th.
Again, there's that weak contact that Fortunato likes to get out of the batters. And against one of the better bats in the VBL, Nick April Gath retired. He's 1 for 5 today, Brian.
That's huge. St. Antoine steps up to the plate. His last 2 times up were both flyouts back in the 5th and 7th, respectively. He was the first batter to face off against Chris Fortunato. Back in the top of the 7th, he takes the first pitch on the outside for a strike. Fortunato working quickly. 0-1. On the ground, first base side, tough scoop for Luke Craddock. He can't make the play, nobody there. Jonah St. Antoine reaches first with 2 gone.
I mean, that's a routine play that we've seen Craddock make a bunch of times this season. Just not able to catch the skip there, and that ball got away from him. I don't think Fortunato thought that he was going to make that mistake either because he was not tracking.
Randy Tomlin outside of the dugout. We'll see if there's going to be a potential mound visit right now. He might just be visiting his bullpen pitchers.
Looks like there's more of a meeting between Michaelino and Jake Mueller. So I think Tomlin was just coming out to maybe give some words of encouragement to Fortunato during that visit as well.
Again, good to see. We got 2 sets of eyes. Talk about zone coverage there.
Exactly.
Jake Mueller steps up to the plate. 1 for 3 today. Popped out to short his last time up back in the 7th. First pitch skips away from Ben Cardone, and moving up 90 feet is Jonah St. Antoine into scoring position. A tough handle for Ben Cardone.
Yeah, it's the first real mistake we've seen from Cardone behind the plate. There was that errant throw out into center field as well, trying to catch Geary stealing.
Goes down as a wild pitch. Fortunato looks back at him. Delivers the 1-0. Chopped foul left side. And again, it's important to attack the guy at the plate. Fortunato able to get some more control. That would be desired for the Sox. Now he gets his sign. Deals the 1-1. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. He's 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Tom Sox trail 4-1 here in the top of the 9th. Looking to send this to the home half. Chris Fortunato toeing the slab in his 3rd inning of work. The 1-2. Fouled out of play.
You like that, though, if you're Fortunato. You're getting him to swing at it. You're getting him to put his bat to that ball. And even though it was foul, you're still winning that battle. If you're Waynesboro, though, a base hit here could really change the complexion of how this game feels right now.
Absolutely. 1-2 pitch. On the ground, foul once again. The Tom Sox dugout this time.
Both dugouts fiery, but there's a lot of sportsmanship as well. These two teams enjoy playing against each other. You like to see the camaraderie, but also the competitiveness out of the two teams.
Most everybody at that top step on both sides of the dugout. Fortunato ready. Looks back at second and St. Antoine. Delivers home the 1-2. That's another piece foul. Another sign of life for Jake Mueller, who's continuing to fight in this AB.
Now it's a chess match between the pitcher and the hitter. Is he going to throw a breaking ball? Okay, what does he do if I throw a breaking ball? I'm going to throw a fastball, but where should I put the fastball? They're all thinking about these different scenarios. I think Fortunato, his best bet is just to try and get him to chase with the fastball.
Situational baseball at its finest right here. With 2 outs, a runner at second in St. Antoine. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Tom Sox, a 3-run deficit. Generals 3 outs away from extending the series. We'll see who gets the better end of that when we come back from this break here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Stay connected with the Tom Sox. Follow at Seaville Tom Sox on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X for the latest team updates and primetime content. Explore our redesigned website at tomsox.org for everything Tom Sox baseball and sign up for our no-cost email newsletter. Subscribe to the official YouTube channel of your 4-time Valley Baseball League.
3 more outs for the Generals to try and extend this series to a Game 3 back at Waynesboro tomorrow. The Tom Sox needing 3 runs to extend this ball game, and it starts off the bat of Harrison Campy. But first, Sean Costello's day is done. Let's take a look at his numbers.
Yeah, we have to give him his flowers, Brian. One of the better performances that we've seen at Airport Field out of a pitcher, home and away. Costello goes 8 complete with 8 hits, only 1 run allowed, and that was earned. Just 1 walk as well. How about 7 strikeouts? Sean Costello, a phenomenal outing, and he set up Waynesboro to try and close it out to get to a Game 3, but you know, the Waynesboro offense did not help out Costello as much as he would have wanted. It's still a 4-1 ball game, and the Sox have come back from much bigger deficits in the 9th inning of the season.
We've seen that happen against Covington earlier on this season. Chase Booth makes his appearance at the mound. His 11th appearance of the year at 3.09 ERA through 23 1/3 innings pitched. Can't be up to the plate. Braden Bachman on deck as a pinch hit. First pitch to Campy. Runs inside. Setting the tone early with a potential purpose pitch.
If you're Booth, you don't want to let the atmosphere take control of you. You've got to stay level-headed in this inning.
1-0. Strike 1 at the knees. Campy needing a chance here. Count even at 1-1. Swing and a miss. A ball that got in the dirt. 2 strikes quickly for Chase Booth. Big situation. 1-2. Skips in the dirt again. This time, Campy holds off.
Again, the Sox are no strangers to 9th inning comebacks. They've had 2 this season, 1 at home against Covington and on the road at Stanton.
2-2 to Campy. Breaking ball on the ground, a weak grounder to second, fires on to first, is in time. O'Sullivan to Abbott for out number 1. The Generals 2 outs away from extending the series.
Now you bring up a portion of the lineup, beginning with Braden Bachman, who is getting his first at-bat of the contest. This portion of the lineup without a hit today.
Pinch hitting.
No better time to get it, though.
Now batting for your Tom Sox from ECU, number 37.
Braden Bachman coming in to pinch hit.
Bachman.
So now the first pitch to him. The high fly ball right outside of the infield. Coming in, calling everybody off. This time it's Sam Guth for out number 2. Waynesboro Generals 1 out away from extending the series to a game 3.
Got to have a lot of confidence right now if you are Chase Booth. You come in, 2 batters, 2 outs. You're lifted up by Sean Costello's 8 innings. And now you got to go through 1 more.
Last out of the game, represented by Luke Craddock. He's 0 for 2 with 2 outs today. First pitch up the middle, on a line drive. Another sign of life for the Tom Sox. He wasted no time, and that'll bring up Ben Cardone.
That is the first hit of the 7, 8, 9 portion of the lineup for the Tom Sox today. Again, it's exactly what you want. And this Sox team, with no outs, with 1 out, they've not been good in the bottom of the 9th when trying to come back. Once it hits 2 outs, a flip switches, and they've been able to make some magic happen.
Cardone 0 for 1 with 2 outs today. There's a fly out his last time up back in the 7th. First pitch to him. Skips in the dirt down low, 1-0. Bryce Neely on deck if the game gets to that point.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was Cardone who got that rally started in Stanton not too long ago.
Gonna need some magic once more. The 1-0 home. Breaking ball in there for a strike of the knees. He evens up the count. Luke Craddock at first. But the tying run is on deck with Bryce Neely. They cannot tie the game with 1 swing. Booth gets his sign, delivers the 1-1. Misses down low, high velocity. Can't make it.
And if you're Booth, you don't want to overthink it. Just want to keep doing what was working for you in the first 2 batters, getting them to lift the ball up into shallow field and making easy plays for your infielder and your outfielder.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Foul ball right back to the right side. The Tom Sox down to its final strike of the game. The Generals looking to extend the season. All they need is 1 more pitch out of 1. Chase Booth looking for the save. A runner at first in Craddock. 2 outs, 4-1 ball game. Generals lead in the bottom of the 9th. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Line drive, base hit into right. Runners at first and second. Craddock stays put, and the tying run is now at the plate in the form of Bryce Neely.
There's something about the bottom 9 2-out Sox. They just keep on making things happen. And now you bring up Bryce Neely. He had that clutch hit against Covington, walked it off all the way back on July 2nd. Can he be the one to get something on the board for the Tom Sox or create a bases loaded scenario? You're just looking to keep the game alive. You don't have to get it all back in 1 swing. And right now, the momentum slowly starting to creep into the Tom Sox direction. Chase Booth, a long visit with his catcher Pereira right now.
A quick meeting of the minds at the mound between the battery combo, figuring out how they can get this next guy out or whatever they can do. In terms of situational base running, the Tom Sox likely wouldn't be as aggressive in this situation, but anything could happen. Bryce Neely up to the plate.
They were down to their last strike, Brian. Down to the last strike. Booth was right there, but he couldn't get it done.
He's dealt the long swing before. Let's see if Neely can do it again. Runners at first and second with 2 gone, bottom of the 9th. First pitch to Neely. Misses outside on a fastball. Xavier McCory waits in the wings in the on-deck circle if the game gets to that point. But it's about right here and right now. One-0. Foul tip, throw back to first, the tag, he didn't get him. The count is even at 1-1. Caught lacking off the first base bag was Ben Cardone, and now he's back.
Yeah, he was ready to run with 2 outs, and Neely swinging out of his shoes on that pitch, but he's lucky he got back in.
The train goes by. Runners at first and second, the tying run, it's Neely at the plate. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Another check behind the fastball. And the Generals 1 strike away from extending this to a game 3. Tom Sox still hold the tying run at the plate in the form of one power swinging Bryce Neely. An ultimate battle at the mound and the plate. The 1-2 pitch. Called, strike 3. We're headed to game 3.
Wow. Behind the pitching of Sean Costello, Chase Booth coming in and finishing the job. Waynesboro, we talked about it. You don't want to go to a game 3 with them. They are battle tested. They've had your number all season. That was a game that the Sox had to win, and Waynesboro had to win it as well. And now you feel like going back to Kate Collins Middle School, Waynesboro's got the upper hand.
The Generals extend the series with a 4-1 win here at Show Airport Field.
We'll see you back here
We'll be back
at the ballpark tomorrow. Kate Collins
tomorrow at Prosperity Home Mortgage Park in Waynesboro, Virginia. We hope to see you guys there. But for now, from everybody in the press box, from Landon Weaver, I've been Brian Portney saying thank you so long, and we'll see you next time right here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Thank you for attending today's game and for supporting your Tom Sox all season long. Have a great evening, and please drive home safely and go.